Okay, so the plan is very, very, very simple. New channel. Don't really care about anything other than just playing Roblox games, because that's all I seem to be able to accomplish in life. So, game called Grace, played it a fair chunk. 131 deaths, 16,000 rooms, 222 levels, or level 222, however you want to fucking say it. Anyway, yeah, we got a shop here. I've got to actually get better at the game, because I've got a fair few traits. This one is literally just hacking, by the way. This one is just bullying the entities, because you can literally just see when things are going to appear. This one kind of doesn't make sense, but I assume Elkman just spawns more or something. Whereas U-Ring, like most of these, you kind of need people for. I'm lonely, so I don't really care. Anyway, so we can choose modifiers. Now, this is actually just a little thing that I'm going to show you that it doesn't give a lot more XP, but it's manageable. So for the start, this is optional. You can choose to cut or not. It doesn't really matter to me. You can choose to cut or not. That's your choice. I just will, but mainly the tutorial is the first 20 rooms are just telling you about Carnage, who, if you've played Doors before, it's just Rush, but pink, and a massive eyeball. So that basically just skips those 20 doors. This is basically just for more experienced players. You don't lose anything because it doesn't really matter. It's just teaching you about the game's mechanics, about wall jumping, crouching, sliding. You get the gist. Divine, we can get rid of Carnation's Vines, which basically, if we want to do busted all-stairs strategies, which, if you don't know what I mean by that, there's literally a thing called all-stairs. Yeah, it's kind of broken, but that's for another day because you go very fast. So for extra rooms, we're going to go to 3. 4, I think 4 is doable, but that would mean you have to make absolutely no mistakes and you have to be relatively good at speedrunning. I'm okay at the game. I wouldn't say I'm like speedrun-esque, but I'm fine at the game. So let's go with 3. Janitor, this is useful because of one of my traits. So we're going to go to the maximum, which basically means every single door we have to slide and kick through, which is also part of the tutorial that we're going to skip. It tells you that not every single door can be opened with E. You've got to actually slide through doors and kick them open. This pairs very well with the stair one because sliding downstairs, literally, you go Mark 20 throughout the game, which is really entertaining, but it's just cheating the game because realistically you can get to like 3,000 doors with ease within like an hour. So Visions of Null is kind of pointless. These are all in case you actually know the game that well. Obviously I'm not amazing at the game, but I do know what most of these do. Duck, yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is. It looks like a deranged duck from a creepypasta from Sonic.exe plus, I don't know. And then, right, if we scroll down, Craven's Pain. I hate Craven. Doppel is fine, we can add him, but it's just annoying. Right, here, you want to get rid of all of these, because these will just get in the way. The only 2 entities that are really gonna, well, there's 3 technically, but 2 that are mainly gonna bother us are Carnation, which is Rush from Wish, and Elkman, which is the thing that you saw one of my traits have. You just stand by the door and do nothing. Like, he just stands by the door, and if he comes into sight with you, just get behind a wall or get under something, and he goes away. You can get badge for actually touching him as well. De-laddered is a really good one because some rooms force you to wall kick to progress. That's free because it's literally it's self-explanatory. And the rooms that you have to wall kick, I believe to wall kick, there's one with Carnation where you have to wall kick to actually hide. And the other one is like it's just two walls next to each other separated by a massive pillar, and you got to just choose left or right to go, and it's just relatively easy. I've done deeper than you think. It's kind of annoying though. This one we're going to add tar kills you a lot faster. You can choose this or not. This does kill you a lot faster than you think. Like, you can't stay in the tar for more than 2 seconds. You will just die, which is why I would advise against it if you are a newer player, just because you don't know what the fuck it does. So the rest of these we don't really care. The other entity that we need to watch out for is Goatman, but Goatman only appears when the time's finished, and based on me doing a few runs of this before, I do normally finish with like 15 seconds. If I make a few mistakes, maybe like 5 seconds left, but I've never actually had to experience Goatman. This is probably one of the better ones to have, because it's just there, you know. A third circle of hell is pain, but it is possible. We'll do stairs and mark blue in another video, because that's just fucking hilarious. You can just speedrun the entire thing. But yeah, we got 143% with relative ease. I would say the only entity that you can add that would actually be beneficial here is Litany. Because Litany, how to get past Litany is when Litany appears on your screen, it's going to be a pretty obvious pop-up. Every single, like, you just have to crouch. Like, you can't let Litany see you uncrouched. It's basically Dozer but buffed in a way, but Dozer's, by now, it's one of the easier ones to avoid. We could add Dozer, but I think just for the sake of this video, we're just going to get rid of Dozer. So, we'll get rid of Litany, but that is an option that we can add. It just makes it slightly more stressful. And now we can start a solo, because, as I said, I'm lonely. So, this is going to be huge for us. We're going to see how far we can get. Maybe we'll be okay. So the two ones that I've chosen are Synth Sense for obvious reasons. We can see when entities will appear. And Steel Toad. Yep, Steel Toad. Basically means all doors can be opened by sliding into them, but they give you a speed boost every single time, which is huge. And we've already done the tampered modifier, which already means you've got to kick through every door. So this this trait works insanely well for it. So as it's already done, as you can see, the downside is if you look down at my inventory, there's a little bit of, like, there's just a black fluff ball going across, but it doesn't really affect me. So this, wall jumping with relative ease, and this is basically, we've skipped the tutorial. Now, to save a lot of people some trouble, you don't even have to press it, like, you don't even have to, like, do this, get your cursor press none, you don't have to, you can just walk on and it will just disappear. It doesn't really matter. Basically, the aim of this is any slope, this is the wall kick run, by the way. By the way, this is another thing you can do. You can take off the plug modules. It is a thing. You could take off the plug modules in the breaker rooms, which gets rid of, like, I want to say 8% of your XP, but you've already got over 130% XP, so it should be fine, right? Yeah, it's kind of annoying, but they don't actually take that long. I might as well talk about some badges you can get. So, of course, one of the badges I actually got recently, this is a tar room, by the way, you do just sink. One of the badges you can actually get in the game is you slide and kick a door open too fast. Oh, that's really annoying. You slide and kick a door open too fast, and if you slide and kick a door open too fast, you actually get a badge for kicking the door open too fast, which I found to be quite entertaining. Yeah, this is one of the ones I was talking about. You have to wall kick to actually hide from Carnation, though it should be mainly fine. So, another tar room. Relative ease, a wall kick room, another tar room. But yeah, they're not that... Okay, this is a lot of tar rooms. But yeah, basically, you just got to run from the entity as fast as you... That barrel just did not like me. But yeah, I finished... I didn't finish with a lot of time left, but realistically, I don't really have to worry about it as much. Even if Goatman appears... I say even if as if it's easy, it's not. I've only flashed Goatman a couple of times in this game, and I did it on a different account, so I don't actually think I have the badge on this account. But you get a badge for flashing Goatman, and you get another badge for flashing Goatman 3 times in a row, I'm pretty sure. Which is also pretty good. That felt kind of close. We're not going to see Elkman until after the next safe room, so... It's a pretty easy game until Elkman arrives. When Elkman arrives, it adds a tiny bit of complications. But once again, it's still relatively easy to play this game before Elkman arrives. And even after Elkman arrives, it's still quite easy. Hiding again. Another tar room. We can use the trail to see where to go. Oh. Can't play the game. Yeah. These rooms are satisfying. You can just jump on top of the thing. Very satisfying. I'm pretty sure it's faster just to slide in these rooms. I went flying there. Which is quite fun. Yeah. Playing this game is a very satisfying feat, by the way. Like, when you get relatively good at maneuvering in this game, oh my god. Mental. Absolutely mental. It's actually such a fun game when you know how to play it properly. There's one... If I had to give advice to anyone who wants to try out Grace, Roblox Grace... I'd honestly recommend playing something like Doors first. Because Doors will give you the mechanics to be able to actually understand what Grace is. And in Grace's description, it already has a lot of like shout outs to games that got inspiration from. Things like Roblox Pressure, Doors, The Rooms. All of those different games were used to create this one. And do I think this game is the best out of all of them? I would say that in certain aspects it is, because I really like the dynamics of this game as opposed to Doors. But yeah, as you can see, blue square means Elkman's going to appear. Because that is what Sense does. Every single time you've seen a square so far, it means that that is just an entity, and different entities have different squares. Playing Grace normally is a very, very interesting feat, right? It's a very interesting feat. Now, something I've learned about Elkman is that he seems to appear very quickly after the hiding room of Carnage. Carnage? I keep calling him Carnage. That's a Venom antagonist. It's Carnation. But he seems to appear very quickly after every hiding room. Like at least 3 rooms after Carnation appears. Like as you can see, look. After this room, we're going to meet Elkman soon. Admittedly, we got past Elkman quite easily there. Now we don't have to worry. But yeah, a lot about Grace is just go fast. Oh, that was bad. I don't actually know what happens if Tar kills you. I don't know how long it will take for Tar to kill you. Hopefully not that long. I've got this hiding room a lot. We will let you see me. I got pretty lucky with that lever switch right there. That door flew off the hatches, oh my god. But yeah, you can do this for a long time. In Grace, you can do this for a long time. It won't take that long. Now Elkman will appear. It's something that I've learnt playing Grace. I mean, for beginners, I'd probably say that if you have Synth Sense, which is a very broken power, if you have Synth Sense, I would honestly recommend just using it no matter what you play, because Synth Sense has saved me on multiple occasions. It has saved me on multiple occasions. It's not even funny. Like, in rooms where you have to jump down and Elkman is there, it's very... How do I put this? How do I actually put this? In rooms where Elkman appears, basically if you jump down, you are just dead. Like, it's a known fact that you are just going to die. Which is why it's good to have Synth Sense, because Synth Sense literally tells you what room he's going to be in. And when you play this game long enough, you'll have an understanding about when he will spawn. I mean, thanks to Synth Sense, I've actually been able to understand more about entity spawn rates. But yeah, after a while, this game gets pretty fucking easy. But it's pretty enjoyable. The mechanics are really enjoyable. I'm going to play this with a friend later because he's coming back from Poland. So we're going to play this together. We're going to try out what I'm showing you in this video. And hopefully, we all hope. We all desperately hope. Oh my god. My goodness gracious me. But, oh, Tar. I've not seen Tar in a while. But yeah, we got 15 seconds left around. Everything is okay. Basically, you can do this for a while. And this has actually got me to door 1593, I believe. Door 1593. Hopefully, this will actually help you get XP. Because I believe this isn't the best way to get XP. But it is a way to, like, secure quite a lot of XP and secure bricks. Because something I will say is there is a reason why the stairs one is so, like, low. When everything is stairs and you have Steel Toad as a trait, you can just slide forever. And it's a very easy game. The downside of it is you don't get levels and you don't get bricks, which is in the top right here. You stop getting bricks, and you get bricks every single time you open a door or open a room, I believe. And you get keys when you level up. You stop getting those entirely. So for those wondering about how I actually have 10,000, I technically would have much more than 10,000 bricks. It's just because I don't really see a use in spending them in the shop, because you can spend them on different items and stuff. It's kind of just, it's just there, really. I just play this game for the fun of it. I don't really play it to grind bricks or whatever. And I've gotten to level 230 probably now because of leveling up. Anyway, something about the domains. Each domain is different. I almost did it with two friends. I was arse at it though. Like, you don't understand how bad I was at the domains. Like, I did not know a thing. We got far, like, my friend got far in one of them. But it was just kind of pointless after a while, innit? So, yeah. Basically, I would say this is Grace on easy mode. Because it's not really that difficult. But yeah. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Peace out.